Hello everybody and welcome back to The Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel. On the last episode, we finished our quest and got involved in this little market thing, and then we met the person who gave us our quest in the first place, and blah 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 attacks increased rage. So now we're going to be figuring out what we're supposed to be doing next. But first, I'm going to see what I can do. See if I have enough ingredients to actually cook something. How do I do that again? I don't remember. Oh, there we go. Okay, give me an omelet and a cookie. Cures KO, cures poison. But that's 3. You seem to be the best with this. But,
okay, let's give this a try.
I didn't mean to do this. Crap. This might not.
Wow, that came out.
Let's just do 1. I was gonna give the cookie to Elliot, but jeez. How did you make egg soup when we were making an omelet? Alright, let's make, how many can I make? Let's make 5 of these.
Alright, let's get started. Made by yours truly.
Okay. Made egg soup, but it didn't seem to really make anything else from it. Let's try that again.
Let's get
See if I
started.
get anything new. Alright, let's move on. Hopefully I am done with the series by the time February comes around. I'm not gonna rush it. I am enjoying it too much to rush it at all. Plus, I got plenty of time. But it has been a little hindrance that I had that cold and everything. Because I missed like 2 weeks worth of actually recording. That all sounds really unfair. Yeah, I agree. Provincial lords have the duty and the right to decide upon and collect taxes in the region they control. And as long as that remains the case, there's not really much of a general populace can do to stand against them. I'm reluctant to comment on how others choose to rule their own territories, but harassing as one people like this seems clearly inappropriate. I've heard many rumors about the current head of the House of Albrea. That current head is Juice's dad, right? So couldn't we ask Juices for some help here? I doubt there's anything he could do. Among the nobility, decisions made by the head of the house are absolute. Since the Albrea represents one of the 4 great houses, that old tradition is absolutely guaranteed to be alive and well. The Emperor himself is probably the only one with more power than the heads of the 4 great houses. Guess that's a no then. I see you're all busy mulling things over. Excellent, excellent. Instructor Sarah, what brings you here? I figured it was about time for me to get going. Group B is not getting anything done as expected, so I'm off to help sort them out. What? You're going to see Group B now. The town of Parm is considerable distance from here. Now, you let me worry about that. You 4 are perfectly capable of looking after yourselves anyway, right? Put your heads together and think, and I'm certain you'll see what you need to do. Adios. Idiot to be with you, but whatever. I can't believe it. It's as though she knows exactly what's going on, even though she spent the whole day drinking at the inn. She can read minds or something? Can't she read minds or something? Okay. I'd suggest we return to our room and rest for the night in any case. We still have our reports to write, so an early dinner seems wise. Yeah, you're right. I'm so tired. Me too. I feel like I'm going to fall asleep at the dinner table without even making it to my bed. So, You know, I kind of thought it was gonna teleport us back to the end, but looks like we're walking. I'm going to teleport. I don't know about the rest of this. Let's move on with the story. Yeah. Because this is fun. I'm really enjoying this game. Did I read that sign correctly?
Ah, that was delicious. Those were some seriously fresh vegetables, too.
Yeah, nothing beats food made from local ingredients.
I quite enjoyed the rye bread myself.
I suppose this whole field study thing isn't so bad when you take the menu into account. I wonder what the others in Group B are doing right now.
Arguing.
Somehow, I doubt they're sitting around a table and talking like we are.
That would certainly be a shock if they were.
Some
I
of them
can't help
maybe.
but question what exactly Class 7's purpose is, though. Instructor Sarah says it's about Arcus, but I don't think that's the only reason we've been brought together.
I'm certain it's not. If that were all, today's field study tasks would serve little purpose.
It seems as though she's trying to make us experience, I don't know, things. Like all kinds of things, big and small. What I can't wrap my head around, though, is why.
Yeah.
Instead of trying to put everything in its place, why don't you just go with the flow for a change? It seems like you're desperately trying to find something. But if you don't plant yourself somewhere, you're just gonna blow away with the next big gust that comes along.
What do we have to offer one another, when our reasons for enrolling in Thor's in the first place are undoubtedly very different?
Our reasons?
I hadn't considered that.
My reason for enrolling was quite simple. I aim to come ever closer to my goal. Or rather, to the person whom I regard as such.
Who's that?
This is neither the time nor the place to discuss such matters. Best to save that topic for another day. What about you, Elisa? Why did you enroll at the academy?
Her hair is clipping through her outfit.
There's no one single reason, but I think I just wanted to assert my independence. I mean, my situation back at home isn't exactly ideal, and this seemed like a good way to get out and do more, I guess.
I see.
It sounds like I'm probably in the minority then. See, I wasn't intending on coming here at all originally. I wanted to do something completely different.
You did?
Oh yeah, you said you were really hoping you'd get into a music academy, right?
Oh?
Well, I wasn't that serious about it or anything. What about you, Reen? You're the last holdout, and since you're the one who brought it up, it's only fair you answer the question too.
Me? I wanted to find myself, I guess.
Find yourself?
Huh?
Sorry. That makes it sound like a much bigger deal than it actually is. That's the best way I can think of to put it, though.
Nothing wrong with that. Going on a journey of self-discovery? It's actually a pretty cool answer.
Yeah, I had no idea you were such a romanticist. You sure don't come across as one.
I think she took
I
that
shouldn't have
different
said
than
anything.
it meant. What is up with Laura? She's been acting strange for this entire day. So you want me to wake you up at 6 tomorrow, right? Yes, please. We only have until tomorrow evening, so we need to get an early start. We really appreciate it. Not a problem at all. Have a good night. Good night. Didn't she just say that?
But we're not actually going to sleep yet, are we? Not until we write our reports for the day.
I want to shut off my brain so badly right now, but it doesn't look like that's happening anytime soon.
She seems to have forgotten all about the room situation, and I'm not about to remind her.
Reen?
What is it?
I was unsure whether to ask or not, but I've decided that this question bears answering. Why have you chosen to hold back?
What?
Your sword style and technique. It is the 8 Leaves, 1 Blade school, is it not?
Oh.
Popularized by the sword hermit, Yun Ka-Fai, it combines the best elements of other Eastern sword styles. Those who master any of its forms are referred to as a divine blade, and are said to understand the true nature of all things.
You certainly know an awful lot about it. I didn't think it was particularly renowned here in the Empire.
We of the Arseid School consider the studying of other swordsmanship styles to be an essential part of our training. In addition, my father once told me, if you follow the path of the sword, it is only a matter of time before you encounter a follower of the 8 Leaves.
Your father said that? It's an honor to be acknowledged by the Radiant Blade Master himself. I'm nothing special, though. I'm just a dropout who's never even been able to progress past beginner level. I did train under Master Ka-Fai for a while, but I started to feel like I couldn't go any further with my abilities, and he cut my training short.
What?
So I'm really not holding back. Honest. I actually kind of feel like I'm dirtying the good name of the 8 Leaf School, in fact. But this is my limit. I'm sorry I can't quite live up to your expectations. Laura?
You have no reason to apologize to me. This is a matter you must come to terms with on your own. Though I'll admit to some disappointment, I was hoping you'd prove to be a good sparring partner. I'm going to practice outside for a bit. Please go and finish your report with Elisa and Elliot.
There's a lot he doesn't want to talk about, huh? I can see in his eyes sometimes that he's bottling something up and trying really hard to keep anyone else from noticing.
You've noticed it too? You sure have taken quite an interest in him.
I was just trying to work out the best time to apologize, that's all. It's not like I've been consciously paying attention to him or anything, honestly.
Yeah,
Reen's not the only one bottling up his feelings though, is he? You've been doing the same thing.
Yeah, I guess I have.
Cutscenes. Don't you love them? When they're not constantly being thrown in your face when you don't want to see anything.
Ooh, you're moving up in the world.
Oh, rank up from what?
I've got a little reward here for you.
Current rank B6, P31, obtained 12 AP, received information as a perk. Oh, I want to get the max AP. I don't know how to do that.
Keep up the good work.
I'm only went up 1 rank? Wow. I'm a little bit disappointed. Huh. Alright. I accept that challenge, game. Here are your tasks for the day. The market manager left them with me. Thank you. Field study envelope, April. Another one. Field study, day 2, assigned tasks. Lost wallet. Yesterday I found a wallet on the floor in front of my stall. Would someone be willing to find its owner for me? See me at Ceramic's stall and I'll tell you more. Lizzie. Okay. Client, market manager, Otto. A large, fierce monster has been sighted on the West Cedric Highway. We would all be happy if someone took it out. Monster I don't know how to say it. Location: Stone Bridge leading to Hemdalar on West Seljuk Highway. I think I know where that is. Huh? Even fewer than yesterday. Maybe he gave us less work to do because he knew we were going back to Trista today. Sounds about right. He is a very considerate man. The last train headed your way leaves here around 9 tonight. You get those done quick enough, you can have dinner before you leave. Thank you very much. We greatly appreciate your kindness. Shall we get started then? Sounds good. Looks like today's tasks are all optional. Hey Laura, I wanted to apologize for what I said to you yesterday evening. Rean. As I told you then, this is a matter you must come to terms with on your own. It is not something for which an apology is required. That's not really what I mean. I wanted to apologize for making light of the way of the sword. What I said about being a dropout who's never been able to progress past beginner's level was disrespectful. To Master Kunfa, to school I follow, and to the path of the sword itself. And for those reasons, I feel it was inappropriate for... I feel it was inappropriate for me to say what I said, so I'm sorry. If that is the case, then there is one other person you should be apologizing to as well. I can't pretend to know much about your personal circumstances, but regardless of one's background for social standing, one should always be able to live with pride in him or herself. Thus, if you truly did make light of yourself and your own abilities, that is an act of shame for which you owe yourself recompense. Screw you. Let me ask you a question, Rain. Do you like the path of the sword? It's not really a matter of liking it or disliking it, I don't think. It's a part of my life, an inseparable part of who I am. That's all I wanted to hear. I feel exactly the same way. Laura? So you two are friends again then? Huh? We were not? There was never any rift between us that I knew about. Indeed, this was all handled rather neatly, I felt. You were both so simple-minded. I feel like an idiot spending so much time trying to devise a plan to get the two of you to make up. Whoa, you did what now? It would seem we've caused you undue concern. Jeez, can't we all forget about this and move on? Nope. Looks like the ground's dried after the rainfall, so to speak. Glad to see you all looking a bit less gloomy. Margaret, we've got trouble. Big trouble. Slow down, Louise. It's first thing in the morning. And you're about posed to wake the dead. You're making such commotion. Oh my gosh, I cannot see. Where have you been anyway? You're late. I'm sorry, I got caught up on the way here. Well, never mind that. We have big trouble. Something terrible's happened over at the market. Something terrible, you say? What terrible thing has happened exactly? Well, it sounds like it actually took place last night. 2 stalls over at the market were destroyed, and all of their merchandise was stolen. That is most terrible indeed. A robbery? Oh my. I suppose that means the market might just be opening late today, which means we could end up with more customers as people wait here for resolution. Okay. See, I have a problem when people start the word and then have to cut it to the next line. They need to paste these sizes to fit their sentences, because when they do that, I have to stop, look at the next line and read, because my mind doesn't just click quickly to both words and piece them together. I have to piece them together piece by bit by bit. Louise, let's get this place ready. You got it. I have a problem with when people do that. As for you four, this is our problem, not yours. You just focus on your field study and leave this incident to us locals. You have your own towns to worry about after all. Of course. We'll be back later. Thanks again. Well, what should we do? I have to admit, I'm curious. It's not far, so we might as well just go take a look. Alright, let's take a slight detour and see what's happening at the market then. To the market. I'm sorry, the Grand Market isn't quite open for business yet. Oh, it's the students from yesterday. Good morning. Opening late today after all, I see. Afraid so. Guess you already know about the robbery yesterday, huh? The two merchants whose stalls were destroyed are still arguing about it. I'm not reading that. You're not going to get away with this. Oh no, not them. The manager came to try and break them up, but he doesn't seem to be having much luck. I hope no one ends up getting hurt. What should we do, Rean? Maybe we could try talking to them. Considering everything that's happened yesterday, you might be the cavalry we need right now. Would you mind? Not at all. Let's go. I knew it was these guys when I heard that it was two stalls. How dare you destroy my stall, you damned coward. I knew you country folk weren't to be trusted. Who else could it have been? Just come clean and admit it already. Who are you calling a coward, you... Hildalarian... What? Snob? What? You're the one who wanted my spot. All for yourself. Calm down, gentlemen, please. Playing all innocent and trying to paint me as the bad guy here. You make me sick. What do you say we settle this right here and now? Bring it on. Hold it! Class 7. You kids again. Keep your nose out of this. I'm gonna make him pay for smashing my stall. Smashing. Whoa. They really are completely ruined. This is awful. However, harming one another is not going to bring them back. In the end, they will still be smashed and you will be worse off. But this anger isn't going to go away unless I do something. He took all of my goods too, so I haven't got anything to sell. What are you talking about? You were the one who stole my goods. And you're gonna give them all back right now and fix the damage you did to my stall, or else I can't be held responsible for my actions. This isn't good. I don't think they're even listening to a word we're saying. What do we do? The Provincial Army. What? What is the meaning of this? It's the middle of the morning. Stop this nonsense immediately. But I believe you are the one in charge here. I demand an explanation as to what has transpired. Well, you see, the market manager explained to the provincial army officer what had happened the previous night. I see. The solution is simple then. Men, take them away. Yes, sir. What? What do you mean, take us away? 2 stalls were destroyed. 2 sets of goods were stolen. The truth is clear as day. 2 merchants in the midst of a heated disagreement committed the same crime at the same time. But that's not fair. Oh, you do not think it premature to draw such a conclusion without any English. I didn't mean to do that. But I'm not an unreasonable man. Cease your dispute, and you will be left alone. Continue, and you will come with us. The choice is yours. They are trying to force both merchants to forget this ever happened, to sweep the whole ordeal under the rug. Yeah, something about this seems really wrong. Very good then. I'm sure you can agree that wasting time on shenanigans like this is detrimental to all parties involved. I hope you'll think twice before causing such a ruckus ever again. Now, if you'll please excuse us, I'm a busy man, and I have more pressing matters to attend to. There they go. Well, I guess they did stop those two from fighting, but they did not solve the underlying problem. This isn't right. I see now how the Provincial Army here conducts itself. I'm sure you're both still pretty angry about this, but right now the two of you need to focus on keeping cool-headed. If you have time to fight, try to use that time for something more productive instead. You'll feel a lot better. Yeah, I shouldn't have let my anger take control of me like that. We can't open the Grand Market for business until we've cleared up these busted stalls, and we're already running late, so I hate to ask, but would you all mind lending me a hand? Market manager also, with assistance from the other merchants of the market, clearing away the remains of the two stalls. With the help of Rena and the others on top of that, the Grand Market was finally able to open for the day, albeit behind schedule. Thanks to you four, we were able to open the Grand Market for business today without incident. I can't even begin to tell you how grateful I am. Oh, there's no need for that. We barely did anything. I'm just glad no one got hurt. All the more reason to thank you. A merchant's stall is his livelihood. Any action taken against it can throw him into a blind rage, and it's hard to bring someone back from that. It would seem the problems facing the merchants in this town are quite grave indeed. The Provincial Army may have intervened, but it's difficult to believe they'd make no attempts to find an amicable solution. Quite right. It's clearer now than ever that they have no intention of trying to resolve any issues involving the market. And I can't see that changing unless we decide to just accept the sales tax increase and keep quiet about it. Still, you'd think they'd at least be a little more subtle about the whole thing. There's no way those two merchants are going to accept this and move on. No, I don't suppose they will. And if word gets out about this, it's not inconceivable for certain groups of people to begin boycotting the marketplace. Something definitely has to be done. I'm just not sure what. Something wrong, Rain? You're awfully quiet. Are you feeling unwell? Sir, I have a favor to ask. Would you consider allowing us to investigate this morning's incident? What? Are you suggesting that we attempt to find the perpetrator who destroyed the merchant stalls ourselves? It's a kind offer, but as I said yesterday, this is our affair, not yours. You're students, you have your own studies to worry about, and it wouldn't feel right interfering with them. We're students training for the military, though. We can't just stand by and allow something so unjust to go unchallenged. It's the Provincial Army's responsibility to address this, sure, but they're shrinking their duties here, and that reflects poorly on us all. Well, that's true enough, I guess. But do you really think we're up for something like this? I kind of have to wonder about that too. I mean, at the end of the day, we're just amateurs. We should at least check with Instructor Sarah first and see what she thinks. She already told us. Put your head together and think. I'm sure you'll see what you need to do. Her words. This seems like exactly the sort of thing she meant. At least it does to me. I see your point. Perhaps matters such as this may fall under the scope of our field study after all. Yeah, you do make a good case. I'm still not sure we're up to it, but I guess it can't hurt to try. Neither seek nor shun the fight. Very well, we shall do what we can. You know, he never really agreed to let y'all do that. You know. Are you really sure about this? I'm certainly not going to say no, but I'm very concerned about the market and the safety of our merchants. So if you're 100% sure, I have to admit, I truly would appreciate anything you can do for us. Thank you, sir. We'll do everything in our power to find answers for you. Just be careful. Don't go seeking out trouble. I don't want you kids being put in danger. We're dealing with a criminal who acts under the cover of night. He may be capable of a lot more than just thievery and vandalism. Remember, I'm responsible for your safety. If anything were to happen to you, I couldn't even look at Van Dyke in the eye anymore. We'll be careful, we promise. I know I will, at least. I probably need to be more careful than anyone else here. Now that that's settled, we should act quickly. Yeah, let's get this investigation started. So, first things first, we need to decide where to start investigating. The logical starting point would be the Grand Market itself, the scene of the crime. Can't argue with that. We should probably get statements from the two merchants before anything else. Indeed, I anticipate they've claimed themselves by now, so perhaps we can get something a bit more substantial from them. We still have to ascertain their innocence or guilt in the matter as well. We'll need to keep a close eye on the time, though. If we miss the last train towards Himdala, we'll have no way of getting back to the academy today. Plus, we've been giving other tasks too, and I'd really like to get them done. In short, we need to keep moving. Our deadline is 9 p.m. Let's use every minute we have to accomplish everything we possibly can. Understood? You bet. Right. Alright, well that is all the time we have for this episode of The Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel. If you like this episode, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you all on the next episode.